They'll go for the 4 O's, the 5 O's.
You have to go. There's not that. If you look on the census right now, you can pull it up anytime you want, folks. You look at these Avengers comic books, and all of a sudden, a little light bulb goes off in your head. Anything from 1 to, say, 50. Look at the census numbers below. You'll see numbers like, for the number 1, there's a lot of pressure on that book, and there's probably 50% are ghosts. You know what ghosts are?
I do, but for them, tell them.
When you look at a census figure, you must understand that if someone gets a book, a dealer sends in a book like an Avengers 1, and they get a 5.0 and they go, darn it, that's a 6.0. I know it's a 6.0. They crack it out.
Mm-hmm.
They send it back in. It gets a 5.5. Doggone it, I know it's a 6.0. They crack it out. They send it back in. They get a 5.0. They crack it out. They send it back in. Here's my 6.0 on the 4th try.
Yeah.
All 3 of those labels are trashed, but they're on the census.
Yep.
So people don't realize when you say, okay, let's look at Hulk 181, and they say, oh my goodness, there's 3,900 copies in universal grade. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's a lot. Probably close to
I would say that you can throw away easily 50% of those because they've been pressed, cracked out, pressed, cracked out, pressed, cracked out.
Until people get, and maybe I have it and then I sell it to someone and they think they can get a better grade, so they crack it out and then they get it, it's not a good grade, they sell it to someone else, they crack it out, and so it's the same books getting multiple ghosts.
And that's why CGC or CBS encourage you. They'll give you a little bit of a discount if you send in the old label.
Yeah.
So they can keep the census accurate. So are the censuses accurate? Oh man, no, they're not even close to accurate.
Probably on the rare stuff, they're probably a lot more accurate. The stuff where it's like 5 on there, it's probably most of them it's probably 5.
Yeah, CGC tries to clean it up when they can, but if no one sends them in the labels and tells them,
I don't. So.
Right, so it's like, I know one guy that sent in a Fantastic Four #2 in the early days and got the 9.4 on the 11th try, which means there are 10 of
sub 9.4s.
9.2s, 9.0, 9.2, 9.2, 9.2, 9.0, 9.2, 9.2, 9.2, 9.4, bing, got it.
Yeah.
Trash can with all of them. And on the census, it says there are, X amount of Fantastic Four 2s. No, there's not. And we're seeing that today because whenever high-grade Fantastic Fours come out in these auctions, what happens?
Skyrocket.
They go crazy. And people say, why would you pay so much? Because they know. They're the ones that are doing this.
Yeah. They know that they're actually more rare than they really are.
All the comics are far more rare than we think they are.
Yeah. And that's why, a lot of people, I encourage older books as investments. Because the fact that they're not only, back then people literally, when do you think, there's always collectors that kept stuff nice, but I would say probably in the 80s and probably early 70s is when there's people that literally just would buy and hoard in like perfect shape.
Yeah, it was Robert Bell who came out with the first real manufactured comic bag. And that was around 1970. Before that, we used to use saran wrap and cut and then make our own cardboards, and we'd wrap the saran wrap around, tape them. The flaw was you couldn't get the book out.
Yeah.
And so we always, little kids are always like, what can we do about this? So we tried everything. And then he came up with these bags